Hey, good morning. It's Dr. James. I do hope and pray this message finds you and your loved ones peaceful, thriving, and well. And this morning's message, I also pray that you are ready to hear, because this has been welling up inside of me over these last few days for all kinds of reasons. I think as we look at the opportunity possibly sometime in the future, the near future, I pray to start moving more into the experience of being a community again, seeing loved ones, embracing. Oh my goodness, I am just needing to hug a lot. My poor wife, my dogs, when my kids come home, oh my goodness, it is a hug fest, and they're kind of, Dad, you know, I can't hear. And I don't want to help it. I want to continue on that desire to connect. I want to ask you a question this morning that is deeply important to me for a lot of reasons. And the question was asked of me about 35 plus years ago, when I was moving into a spiritual community, literally to save my life. I was working on self-acceptance at a very deep level. I was working on sobriety on all levels. And I had had the blessing of discovering a spiritual community that was in Upstate New York, in the middle of nowhere, but it was the place I needed to be. A spiritual community where they welcomed all faiths, all walks, all orientations. It was just a beautiful place. And when I was there and I first moved in, they said, part of your work here, along with everything else that you say that you need to work on, you need to do something called karma yoga. And karma yoga is loosely translated to mean selfless service, giving of yourself with no expectation of anything coming back to you. Even though I believe they knew everything that you'd ever want in your life was going to come back to you. So my job was to make granola for the, nearly 400 people that lived in this community. And the beautiful thing that was happening there was that every single morning I got up around 4 a.m. I get a chance to go up to the communal kitchen, put the oats, the nuts, the seeds, the awesomeness all poured in there. Had some music going on, which was typically chanting and Sanskrit, Om Namah Shiva. It was the best. And during that experience of karma yoga, I also was asked to read for the very first time the Bhagavad Gita, which I have now read easily 20, 30 times. It's a book about the simple message of selfless service, giving of yourself, and how it is one of the most powerful, if not the ultimate path in spirituality. And we've talked over the last few months a lot, probably more than ever. I keep on bringing up studies on the power of purpose and why it's so important to decide what it is that your sacred sauce is. For me at that time, making granola, I was really, really good at it. I eventually became one of the best granola makers anywhere. We go there, but I was just really good at making granola. And I found in that experience of getting up early in the morning and then just making the granola, knowing that I was just going to be there for service, this aliveness came up in me. And consistent with every study on purpose and service, we are alive to the degree that we serve. Our telomeres are more alive when we serve. Our DNA literally expands in gene expression, helping us to fight disease, helping us to lengthen and strengthen our life, helping us to just be emotionally and spiritually just engaged in a level of awesomeness, because that's how we are wired to be. And what research is telling us, the more that we serve with no expectation in return, this idea of being on purpose and not on outcome is medicine for our mind, our body, our soul, our spirit, and for the world. Because this type of service, karma yoga, the Bhagavad Gita with Arjuna, was all about just learning the power of going out in the world and just serving, being loving, being kind, being generous, being courageous in the heart, being a light that is allowing others to see, oh my gosh, that's what's possible as a human. And what's beautiful about this is that everything you'd ever want in return, the joy, the peace of mind, according to studies, but the opportunity to really understand how all of us are connected, regardless of where someone spends their time and energy in terms of their politic, their way that they see the world, the way that they do whatever they do on social media, all of those things, they're just a layer of the human experience. Underneath all those layers of how we put ourselves out there is the soul layer. And in the soul layer is the opportunity to ask ourselves this beautifully simple question. What is it that makes me come alive? What is the joy of the thing that I could do in just my time stand still? The welling up in my heart, the emotions of knowing the humanness and the common humanity of those practices and what it does for us. Physiologically, no question the science is there, but spiritually, it encourages us to understand the distinction between each and every morning waking up and asking ourselves, is it good morning, God? Or is it good God morning? It needs and asks for all of us to be good morning, God. Good morning, God, how do I serve? Good morning, light, how do I serve? Good morning, universe, how do I serve? Good morning, nature, how do I serve? Good morning, my brothers and sisters, how do we serve? And then surrendering, opening, being on purpose, not on outcome, being fully aware that we are alive to the degree that we serve. And that degree can be one of the most beautiful, life-changing, powerful, contagious spiritual practices that we will ever embody, that we will ever bring into the world. So with that, may you know that your sacred sauce is ready to come out and be expressed. May you know the power that you have within your heart. And may you dedicate yourself like your life depends on it, because it does, to karma yoga with a deep, deep reverence and a deep, deep joy and gratitude for the ability to do so. So with that, much love, all blessings. Have an awesome day. Bye for now.